EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for the weekend, January 13th and 14th, 2024. It is Saturday, and the weekend video forecast is proudly sponsored by L.H. Zimmerman Lawn and Garden in Ephrata, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. They are a small family business that supplies snow and ice control equipment to Pennsylvania and surrounding states. They carry a large supply of salt dog slide-in and receiver hitch spreaders, Fisher snowplows, Ariens snowblowers, and Ariens mammoth sidewalk equipment. Along with the new equipment, they also carry an on-hand supply of parts for Salt Dog, Fisher, and Ariens. The benefit of purchasing from a small family business is they provide after-hours service for their equipment if you break down in a snowstorm, which is very, very beneficial. Stop into their location at 730 Glenwood Drive in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, or give them a call. The phone number above me here in the video, 717-733-4193. They will be happy to assist you or answer any of your questions. They are L.H. Zimmerman Lawn and Garden in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the weekend video forecast, and they are the title sponsor of the Weather Weekly's videos every Sunday throughout the winter season. Okay, so today we have the system that moved through overnight, moving away from the region, but in its wake, we're going to have a little bit of a pressure gradient today. And you can see these lines of equal pressure here, very close together. That's going to give us a bit of wind today. So we're going to have some cold air advection-related wind gusts today. Even more so on Sunday, I think, because we're going to have an Arctic front move through behind it. So we do have a cold front moving through this morning as this system is exiting. This system actually produces a blizzard up in these areas right up in here. I mean, they had some pretty tremendous snowfall yesterday, and some places in that circle did change over to rain, but they had still a tremendous amount of snow before that, and then went back over to snow before it ended. So as this low pressure moved by, so we're getting a little bit of snow showers up here in the Great Lakes today. That will not be the case for our region today. We're looking at an early shower this morning, and then partly cloudy and windy with falling temperatures today. So temperatures will start off warm this morning, as you see above me, 42 to 54 is a spread. You have the down arrow next to it, meaning it's going to fall during the afternoon through the 40s and then eventually the 30s, okay? So let's get over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. I'm going to start this here off at noon, and we can see a couple showers here, rain or maybe a quick snow shower, that it will be left over this morning, just pushing through. This is with the first of two fronts. This is just a regular cold front moving through, and then we have an Arctic front moving through on Sunday. This entire time, it's going to be windy this entire weekend. You're going to be sick of the wind by the time you get to late in the day here on Sunday. Monday, it finally goes away, but this weekend is going to be a windy weekend. If you're going to be outside, it's going to be brutal, especially on Sunday with the Arctic front moving through. This is going to be just a morning deal, but there is the opportunity for a few snow showers or snow squalls accompanying the Arctic front as it moves through, and mainly before noon in most areas. It might last into early afternoon farther southeast, but this has some staying power with these squalls coming through. So don't be surprised if you get a quick coating to a half inch or an inch out of this as it moves through, but there will be windy conditions with that Arctic front moving through, and then we'll have a subsiding of the winds later in the afternoon here as it passes on Sunday. So here's the cold air advection-related wind gusts we're dealing with on Saturday. It looks like a lot of 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, which is actually a little bit higher than what we saw last night. It wasn't really that bad. We were talking about this system coming in being very similar to what we had last Tuesday and Wednesday, but we were stressing that it was a microcosm of that system in the sense that it's not going to be nearly as much rain, which we didn't have. I know we had some heavier periods of rain last night, but it wasn't to that level of just tremendous rain that we had on Tuesday, in the Tuesday and the Wednesday system, and the wind was not nearly as high as what we saw in that Tuesday to Wednesday period. So that's the same thing here. I think this cold air advection-related wind gusts can actually be a little bit more impactful because it's longer duration, lasting most of the day here on Saturday with 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. And then you have, even in the evening, it's still kind of 15 to 25. It's not going to be till late in the overnight when you slack off a little bit, as you see here. But then the Arctic front moves through here on Sunday, and you see moving from west to east along the Arctic front in association with those snow squalls, you have some wind gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour with the snow squalls coming through. So this is not it's not a walk in the park, certainly Sunday either, but this is a shorter duration deal just associated with the snow squalls. And then once they move through, the wind will back down to 15 to 25 later in the afternoon, and of course through the evening. And then we get overnight, it just dissipates and goes away. So finally we get rid of the wind by the time we get to Sunday night, okay? So an early snow shower on Sunday morning, and then partly cloudy and windy again with those snow showers, and then so it'll still be breezy through about sunset or just right around sunset here on Sunday, okay? So getting back to this model here. Now we will look ahead to next week. So there's a chance for snow on Tuesday. I think there's gonna be more snow showers. At least that's the way we're trending right now. If you're a watcher of the Weather Weekly's videos I do every single Sunday, I'm gonna recap this on Sunday just to see where we trended in that 24-hour period, because this all comes down to the progressiveness of the northern stream. If it is a little bit faster, it pushes this storm a little bit farther east. It's more progressive, and you have less snow or none at all. That's possible too. If it's not as progressive, then it will be a little bit more amped up and closer to the coast and gives us a little bit more snow. I will say that the most recent trends have been to make this more of a snow showers event here on Tuesday. So here is the European model that ran today. Again, it went from nothing yesterday to at least snow showers. You get something out of this, but it's not that much. It's only like according to an inch or two. It's not a whole lot of snow that we're dealing with in this case on Tuesday. This will be Monday night into Tuesday, maybe wrapping up later Tuesday or Tuesday evening, but then that pulls away. That is the European model. The GFS that ran this evening, not too dissimilar. Okay, a couple snow showers, actually even less. A couple snow showers and that's it. Not really doing too much except maybe coating the 1 inch in a few spots, and that's it. And this is very progressive. Here's a low pressure with that. You can see is way off to the south and east. So instead of being up here like we need it to be in order for it to wrap up and really take a pretty good hit across the region, this is not the case. It's down here. It's very progressive, and this just heads out in this direction. And it's too far away in order to do anything for our region as far as appreciable snowfall. Okay, so that's the GFS. The Canadian that ran this evening was at 12Z, a little bit more amped. At the 0Z run this evening is not quite as amped, and you're dealing with like a 1 to 3 inch snowfall across the region. And this again is a progressive, not quite as progressive as some of the others, but is still progressive and mostly east. So there is an opportunity here across South Jersey in the Canadian model suite that suggests that there could be some accumulating snow down there. Southeast of I-95 would be most highlighted here by the Canadian model here as it shows here. But again, this is something that the northern stream has to be sampled over this weekend. We don't really know yet the speed and progressiveness of that northern stream. Models were kind of guessing. Once it's properly sampled, which will be over this weekend, hopefully by Sunday morning when I do the Weather Weekly's video, I'll give you an update and see where we're at. But I'm not really thrilled with big snows with this particular event. There is another opportunity at the end of next week for snow, and then we move this forward in the European model. It is going to be dry here on Wednesday with mostly sunny skies, but very cold temperatures, stuck in the 20s across the entire region. It's going to be a very cold day here on Wednesday. Thursday moderates a little bit where we get to mostly cloudy skies with the system off to our south, but it is closer to the freezing mark, but still below freezing. And then here's that system at the end of the week, which the European model is suggesting is going to give some more light snow. So there's some opportunities here, but I wouldn't get too excited about a big blockbuster Godzilla type storm that's going to get us into storm mode with Godzilla storm mode. It doesn't look like it here through at least the 21st, but we are going to be cold in that entire period. Very cold, in fact, between the this Sunday basically all the way through the 21st. So that's going to be a very long time. More than a week there, where we're going to have temperatures that are considerably below average. Okay, so it's going to feel like winter at least, but it might be cold and dry for most of that, except for these few chances both Tuesday and again on Friday. Friday's not a slam dunk either. I wouldn't get too excited just yet. With the ensemble members are not really overly thrilled with this period. That could certainly change. I didn't even listen to the long range outlook as a winter storm signal, because it didn't have a lot of ensemble support. But at least there are some models indicating there's something there for the end of the week that we have to keep an eye on as well, in addition to the threat on Tuesday. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for the weekend, January 13th and 14th, 2024. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.